good evening, everybody. Welcome to Into the Night with Shawn Kelly. We are on 105.3 New Orleans, UPRN Talk Radio. How is everybody tonight? Uh, I'm tired. I'm tired. And the reason why is because, like I was explaining last week, okay? Hey, Tommy Miller, how are you, buddy? How am I? I'm just tired. Um, Working in supermarket business, it's awful busy, during November and December. So it's like, and your body just takes a toll. And so it takes me about a month or two to recuperate, and then I won't be so tired as I am right now. But I am going to give you a good show tonight. I'm not going to try, I am. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was great. Okay. A lot of things popped up that I really haven't touched a lot upon. Like Tommy Miller says, not feeling very well. My sinuses have been a mess the last 2 days, and I can barely speak. Other than that, life is great. Man, I hope you feel better, Tom. Really do. I think everybody is getting this cold or whatever's happening because I know a lot of people who are sick. So, I mean, you can throw some conspiracies into it. All these young athletes just, dying and having heart problems and stuff like that. I mean, you could do a show on all that, but I'm not going to do a show on that because when it comes to like conspiracy theories, I think they're very interesting. Okay. But I really, right now at this moment, I don't have time to actually sit down and research a lot of this stuff. But eventually, hopefully, as time goes on, I will be able to. You know, I just want to get through this next month and go for and see what happens. I found out today that there's a guy that is not far from where I'm at, and he's like one of the big conspiracy theorists out there in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to try to get him on Chasing Prophecy because my show is not really for the conspiracy stuff. You know, I, as you guys know, and everybody that has been following my show for a long time now, I just talk whatever is on my mind. Okay. But I want to bring up something that I haven't brought up in a very, very long time. It's about mental illness. Okay. Um, I have a friend who's going through a very hard time. And we talked the other day, and he did most of the talking. Okay. But I sat there and I listened to him. We have gone through so much for such a long time that it just has it just seems like one big, sledgehammer slamming on an anvil. And we're the anvil, you know. Oh, there's a dollar. Holly, I'm fighting an ear infection. Hey, oh, hi, Holly. I'm fighting an ear infection and have had sinus issues since before Christmas. Oh, wow. Holly and Tommy are about the same thing. I don't know. What do you think, Holly? Do you have any ideas why this sickness is going on? Tommy, do you have any ideas? If you have any, just type it in the message place, and we'll talk about it. But it's been a while since I talked about mental illness. Am I right in the head? No, I'm not. I still have problems. I have a lot of problems with mine. My anxiety gets up really bad. And when it gets real bad, anything like email or a text message, Tommy Miller says he thinks his is just the weather or seasonal allergies. That's possible because what we went from below freezing, up to what it's 34 degrees now. Tomorrow it's going to be 48. So I can see how that could happen. I don't know. I've been saying this for a very long time. I'm like thinking, for all the Earth has been in one certain rotation. We have one thing nice about Pennsylvania is that we have all four seasons. Okay, we got spring, summer, fall, and winter. It was like that for a very long time. But I'm seeing a change in the different weathers because it just like right now it's 48 degrees tomorrow. Usually by this time it's like in the 20s. We have a ton of snow on the ground, but it's not here. So maybe, you know, the earth is just rotating, and pretty soon, when it comes to June, July, and August, that is going to be our fall, and August, September, October, November is going to be our winter. January, February, March, April will probably be the summer. I think that is what's happening right now. Holly says they are putting something in the air. Question mark? I don't know, but it seems like there's a lot going on out there. Holly, I've seen a lot of chemtrails going on out there right now. And God only knows that's for another show about the chemtrails. Now, that's another conspiracy theory. Are they putting something out there in the air? It's very, very possible. I know a lot of people who are getting sick, and they should not be sick. And it just comes back to where all these athletes look what happened to the dude up in Buffalo, man. 24 years old, and he has a heart attack out in the middle of the field. Now, some people claim it's because of what happened. Okay, okay. Holly says the Arctic glaciers are melting and releasing long frozen viruses. Whoa, Holly, that's cool as hell. I have to look up at that. I have to check up on that. Kind of like bringing up on Chasing Prophecy. I'm going to write that down there, buddy. Okay, the Arctic. Okay. I didn't think about it. But back to the mental, my anxiety and my depression. It's still here with me. I have my good days and I still have my bad days. And I see a lot of people out there who are kind of like in the same boat that I am. They're, they got their good days, bad days, a lot of bad days, maybe one good day. My mom came up to me today and she said to me, "Everything's going great for you, isn't it, Shawn?" And I said, "Yeah." I got my truck, that was on my bucket list. Then I got everything's working out at home, at work, and at home. And she looked at me right in the eye and she said, "You know what? Are you waiting for the other foot to drop?" And I looked at her and I said, "In my past, yes, I would be looking for it. Because stuff happened like that with me. I have a couple of good things going on for a while, and then boom, all hell breaks loose." But you know what? This time, that was one of I hate to say it was a resolution, okay? I just wanted to say I am not waiting for the other foot. A long time ago, my sponsor in AA, he told me straight out, because I'll tell you the story what happened. I got my tax return check back. This was, what, 20 years ago? And I wanted to get one of them long cowboy coats, leather one. So I had the money. I got up, had everything ready. I knew where to go. I went there, saw it, tried it on, but you know what? I didn't get it. And it bothered me. And I couldn't figure out or understand why it did. So I called my sponsor out and he said simply, it's simply because you do not think that you deserve something good. And let me repeat that. He said, you don't think that you deserve something good, something to make you happy. And he was right. But did I listen to him? No. And I would buy stuff that I didn't really need to buy. And yeah, I mean, I was out of shape. And this is even when I was sober. It was like I had bills to pay. Uh, oh, okay. All right. Tommy Miller says there have been multiple reporters who have strange issues lately on camera, like beginning of a stroke or something. So it isn't just athletes, Tommy, huh? It's everybody else. Hey, Matt, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Matt Barron, he is Matt's paranormal consultant. And we did meet at the event at the library, and it was Halloween. How you doing? I hope everything's great. Matt, if you can, I do believe that you're my friend on Facebook. Please send me your contact info. I know you gave me a card, but I lose them. I would like to have you on my show. I'm hanging in there, my friend. I'm hanging in there. But I would like to get you on my show and sit down and talk all about because this guy Matt, he's awesome. We have long conversations and he's very good. Him and his wife. And I even told him about Halloween. Remember, Matt? I said I want you on my show. So hopefully, Matt, you can give me your contact again, and then I'll call you up, and then we'll set a date for you to go on. I would really look forward to you coming on the show. And Matt, I will tell you this: I got a great following on my show, and they're really good people. Matt, Tommy, Holly, Denise, everybody. LL, no problem. Matt says, LOL, no problem. And I definitely would love to have you on mine as well. I would be honored, Matt. I seriously would be honored to be on yours. That's great. I'm glad you tuned in tonight. Um, so, do I take my medication? No, I don't, because it don't. It's supposed to work, and I guess you know, I. That's why they diagnosed it with, you got to take this drug in order to be happy. But you know what? I took it, and I wasn't happy. It didn't do a darn thing to me. Nothing. I was like, wow. And all I did was get more depressed and more depressed and more depressed. Now, a little thing here, I just want to tell you guys this is me, okay? I'm not putting anybody out there. I mean, if you need to take your medicine, please take it. Do what you got to do. When I tell you these things on my show, I'm talking about myself. So I want to get that clear. Okay. And hey, man, I got your little message here on Facebook, bud. Okay. Um, will it get better? Okay. Thank you, buddy. I'll look at that after the show. But we're definitely going to get you on. In fact, Matt, how about you come on next week? That would be pretty cool if you can. It is. 10 o'clock Eastern Time, and we can listen to what you have to say. So, everybody out there, I hope you have a very good 2023. And everybody that is struggling, please seek help. And people out there who aren't having no problems, and if you see somebody that does have some problems, sit with them, give them a hug, tell them they matter. You'll be surprised how far a hug is, how far it goes. And you'll be surprised when someone comes up and says, "You're a wonderful person." But it's like, oh, wow, bummer. So Matt's working next Tuesday. Okay, we'll get you on the following Tuesday, though. That'd be great. We can do that. That would be awesome. I'm really looking forward to doing an interview with you, buddy. But it was crazy. Somebody came up to me or sent me a message on Facebook and said, "You know what? You're a good person." And I didn't believe it because someone said something nice. And a lot of people go through this from what I understand. People who I've talked to have a hard time accepting good remarks, something encouraging. It's real hard to accept. I'm not laying no bullshit down here on you guys. I'm not. I'm being honest with you. It's hard. Growing up, you were ridiculed, you were beat up, nobody liked you. Everyone thought you were a nutcase, and they would say bad things about. And this happened to me. And so, for me, what I would do is, oh, hold on. Matt says, likewise, I'm honored that you asked me, and you and everyone I met that night at the library are amazing people. It was such a blessing to meet you all. And the same from us to you, Matt. We have a good paranormal community here in Pittsburgh. We really do. Have a great one. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And looking forward, we're talking to you in 2 weeks. I really am. But what I just explained to people, what to everybody here, is that this happened to me. And I so went out and I tried. I figured if I could go out and help somebody, it would make me feel good inside. And it did. But for me to accept somebody else's help, I had a hard time. I always thought that I had to do it because it gave me a sense of gratitude, a lot of gratitude helping somebody out. And at one point in time, especially when I first got into the paranormal field, I thought I had to do that. So I wanted to do it to help people understand why spirits are in their house. Maybe clear a couple ghosts or give them a peace of mind. But I really never looked on myself for all that. And now I guess it's time for me to start doing that. Now I might sound like that I'm being a little selfish, But it's time to work on me. And I have to go and take care of me now. The hell with what people think of me. I don't care no more. And that's sad. That is so sad. It's gotten to that point where I don't care what people think because for the longest time I did. I did care what people thought of me. I figured if I do something nice for them, they can do something nice for me, but that never happened. They got out of, oh, Tommy. Oh, Tommy says here, that's not selfish at all. You certainly can't help others if you don't take care of yourself first. And that's true, Tommy. And that's what I'm trying to say. I did not take care of myself, I took care of other people. And I got to start doing that. It's going to be weird. But you know what? I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge to do such a thing because I want my life to be better. And it will get better. And I can guarantee you, everybody, that I'm going to run into a lot of roadblocks. And I know there's going to be people out there that are going to step in my way and try to knock me down. I can't take that. I won't accept that anymore. I won't deal with it. I can't get mad because if I get mad, I get ulcers. Then my blood pressure goes up. Then my anxiety goes up. Then my anger goes up. And then I'm just a mess for a while. But I know there's going to be people there that are going to attempt to make my life miserable. But I'm not going to let it happen because I'm doing different venues. People all know about Pittsburgh Paranormal Society, my group. And it was crazy too because at the beginning, was I very egotistical about it? I sure was. Because everybody wanted, I was in the spotlight doing TV shows. I was, in the newspapers. I was on Channel 2 News and all that. And I thought I was a big shot. But as time went on, I come to realize that in order to be in the business, you had to be humble. And that's what I tried to do. The big word, tried. I tried to be humble, but I couldn't because I was afraid that I was going to lose. I guess you want to say lose that power or the spotlight. I didn't want to lose that because for the first time in my life, I felt, I felt I accomplished something. But as the years went by, it wasn't I wasn't getting the publicity that I thought I should be getting. Yeah, I know that's selfish too, but you know what? I kind of found like a serenity of some sort to where I got other people in the group that are in my group and I'll let them handle it. But that's where I was at. I believe I'm going to get better. Take care of my mom, take care of my brother, do my job, pay my truck off. Yeah, I didn't even make my first payment yet. And check this out. Everybody who knows me, um, I like to eat in my car. And if you ever, at one point in time, if you ever needed any Kindle, kindling for your, to start a fire, all you had to do was go into my back seat. I was bad. So I had the car, for about 8, 9 days now. And I haven't eaten in it yet. It's clean. It's really clean. And what I like about my truck, okay, is that like this morning it was like 20 degrees out and there was ice all over the windows. And I started the truck from my phone. And by the time I went into the truck, got down there and opened up, it was nice and toasty. And believe it or not, I got a heated steering wheel and heated seats, which I think are the best. I can't deal with the heated seats. Maybe when I first get in, because they get really, really hot. And actually, my back was sweating the other day. But I make sure that the wheel is, that is on when I first started up because being in the meat department, my hands can't handle the cold that much. Well, we're going to have a good day. I got this damn stink bug that's been flying around me all night because of the lights and stuff like that. And it makes a loud noise. And, every now and then it'll sneak up on me and I jump out of the chair sometimes. But life is going to be good. I'm going to make sure life will be good for me. And I hope to God and I pray that everyone out there that your lives get better too. I really, really mean that. That I hope you all have a great in life. Tommy, you're reading this, the reading you had today from the guest on Chasing Prophecy. That is so you. It's what I read for you last week. You have to, and I know you can do it. You just can't be sick. When you get better, this is your year, Tommy. I guarantee it. This is your year. Make no mistake, it is your year. So I brought up the topic, you know, last, there's $3 on Chasing Prophecy. We talked about the seven deadly sins. Can anybody tell me what out of the seven deadly sins that you have experienced? There's pride, there's lust, there's gluttony, greed, sloth, anger, envy. I think that's seven. One, two, three. Yep. And the good movie Seven, with Matt Damon on it, and Morgan Freeman. That was a very creepy show, but it was a good, very good, very good movie. But I want to talk about pride as a deadly sin. And I kind of agree with Jenny because she don't think that it is you know, one of them deadly sins. It isn't. You have to be proud of yourself. You have to take pride in what you got to do. You have to take pride that the accomplishments that you make in life, you need that pride. It makes you feel good. There's nothing wrong for making yourself feel good. And then there's lust. We had a guest, not a guest, but we had a person that was listening to the show in lust. Is lusting just for trying to go and have sex with everybody that they know? Or don't they know? You can lust after a woman. You can lust after a man. And she had a point because that's what's going on now. Holly says, you can be proud of yourself, but don't be boastful about it. Awesome. Okay. Holly hit it on the head. She says, you can be proud of yourself, but don't be boastful about it. Okay. I can see your point. That's pretty interesting. Um, but Holly, what do you think of lust? It's not so much lusting after for sex or a partner, or Tommy Miller says, I agree about pride, but it could be too much for some people that can never admit their mistakes or that they were wrong because they have too much pride. That's another good thing. I can see where that could be, run into the deadly sin. True. Man, I got some very good people who watch my show. Tommy and Holly. This is cool. But how about you, Tommy? What do you think of lust? Is lust about having sex, or is lust about um, having, you know, having other people's properties? I don't know. I personally think the lust is just for having sex with a lot of people. That's what I look at it like. So I can see how that can become a deadly sin. Gluttony. I'm right there. I eat a lot. I eat buffets. What's out here? When I come, they know when I'm coming, and they cringe when they see me coming in. 'Cause I do eat a lot. I glutton over food. And in the meantime, as I'm getting very, very glutton and eating all that, I also become sloth. I become very, very don't want to do a damn thing. And I've been there before. I've been there a lot of times. Then I'm still doing that. I just don't have the. I keep, making excuses like I don't have the energy or I don't want it. It's basically saying I just don't want to do a damn thing. But I know it has to be done, but I don't want to do it. So, yes, I have some gluttony in me and I have some sloth in me. And I have, at one point in time, I had lust, but it's crazy about having lust at my age. It's not there so much no more. Unless you taking some medications or doing something, you got a happy life and work out all the time, which I don't. But that's okay. But definitely, those two for me go together very much. Another one is greed. Totally greed. I'm very greedy. I can see how that can be. I guess you could put that in being self centered. Very possible. And for a long time, I was very self centered. It was all about me, nobody else but me. I mean, I was bad when I drank. And I'm talking back in the 80s, 81 through, I'd say the 81 to 90. I was a raging alcoholic and I was mean. And if I got tired of you and you quit giving me what I needed from you, I'd just kick you to the curb and didn't care about you. I didn't care about, you didn't give me, the money. You didn't give me um, that night out or talking to the wee hours of the morning and having breakfast the next day. So it was like, I guess you want to say selfish. I'm not sure. But I was terrible. I was terrible. It's funny because I look at it like, am I paying for the mistakes that I made in the past? I believe I am. I believe I am. And I guess to have a good life or, to get on the good side of the big man upstairs, maybe I have to go through this. I don't want to call it a punishment. It's just something that I have to do. So when it comes to greed, I'm there. Definitely there. And then envy is another one. Oh, was I jealous of people? I was jealous. I don't even want to get into that. Let's just say I had a lot of envy. I wanted what she had, and I get mad because I didn't get it. They got it because they worked for it, but I didn't want to work for it. I just wanted what they had. So I was looking at this list, and I'm thinking, if there is one person that did not have one of these pride, lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, anger, envy, they'd be lying to me if they told me they never had that before in their life, that they never had that. But with the seven deadly sins, it was created back in the fourth century by a monk, some Italian monk. Okay. I don't know. I cannot pronounce Italian names, so I'm sorry for that. Whoever's Italian out there, please forgive me, but I can't. But as I was doing a little research for, the last show on Taste of Prophecy, to me, it was another scare tactic for people that when you got into the faith of Christianity back then, this is the fourth century. Okay. It's just like once you got there, they scared the crap out of you. So you couldn't do none of those. That's what I think. I don't know what y'all think, but that's what I think. So those are, the seven. What do y'all think about them? What do you think of, you know, are they sins? Come to find out that they're really not written in the Bible. I'll tell you what, I think that UFO, what's that? UFO? What's that, Tim? Welcome to the show. Hmm, okay. And got that stink bug right. He was crawling, I got him. But yes, I don't think, but it was taught to us. And just got to deal with it. Does anybody have anything out there that they want to talk about? Do you have any questions that you would like to ask? Feel free to ask them. If not, that's okay. But what I would like to do is go through another meditation with you, our usual one that we go through, and see what you experience. Okay? So, what I'd like you to do is get relaxed, close your eyes, and take some deep breaths. Just relax, close your eyes, and relax. Now, what I want you to do is I would like you to look for that little pin light that you see. There's a little light, and I want you to walk toward that light. And as you're walking toward that light, okay, that light's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So now you got to the light. I want you to step through the light. And when you walk through that light, you're going to come to a meadow. And in this meadow, you're going to see a big rock right in the middle. And I would like you to walk over to the rock and sit on it. To the left of you, there's a tree line. There's a tree line. And I want you to look for the animals that come out of the tree line. And now, what I'd like you to do is look up into the sky, and there's going to be a bird that's going to come down and land. And I want you to get on the back of the bird and let it fly, because the bird is going to take you to places and tell you things that you need to be seen. It could be a robin, it could be an eagle, it could be an owl, it could be a wren, a sparrow. Whatever bird comes to you, please get on the back. So we're going to go for a minute of silence. And I would like you just to keep your eyes open, because you're going to go high. But you have to remember one thing. The bird has control of the whole meditation when you're up in the air. So get on the back of the bird, and open your eyes, and let the bird fly. Open your eyes, don't close them, and look at where the bird takes you. Is there a message? Listen for the message if the bird has a message for you. Just fly and just relax. Feel the sun, feel the wind. That's it. So now the bird's going to come down, and he's going to land right in front of that rock. You're going to get off the bird's back, and you're going to thank the bird for showing you things that you need to see. And on the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Take some deep breaths. And if you remember anything that you saw during this meditation, I want you to write it down for yourself. I want you to write down the animals that you saw coming out of the tree line. Just write it down and hold on to it. You don't have to read it. You don't have to understand why. And after we do about 2 or 3 of them, then you just keep a little notebook on what you saw. And then we'll figure it out. So I got about 5 more minutes. And of course, I got my trusty cards. We're going to do a 3-card draw. I got my book because I still have to use the book. So as you can see, I am shuffling the cards. And this is going to go out to everybody. This is everybody. The deck that I'm using, it is the medicine cards, animal medicine cards. They're not tarot, they're animals. Because I really, really have a lot of faith in spirit animals because every animal, there is a reason why they're there to help you go on your path. Before I do it, Tommy Miller says, I think they're all traits that we all have, but it's just not good when we go too far with them. Awesome, dude. Tommy's a good dude. Holly's a good lady. Everybody on here, who's listening and watching the show, every one of you all are beautiful. And I can't thank you enough for watching the show. I really can't. I will pray for you all. I will definitely pray and hope that, you have a good week because I think I'm going to have a good week myself. Well, actually, if you look at it, I might not even be here tomorrow, so I can't think about the future. I can't. What's going to happen to me? I don't know. But I know that right now, at this very moment, it is 11:01 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're alive and you're listening to the show. And I'm grateful for that. Okay, so I picked 3 cards, the past, the now, and the future, I guess. Yeah. So the first card I pick, that's cool. The mouse. And this is your past. Ooh, where are we at? Can you see? Let me get up the camera. It's a mouse. Here we go. It's a mouse. The second card I pick is the horse. That's the now, or what's happening right now. And the third card, boom, is the elk. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to really quickly look at these and go from there. So in the past, we had the mouse. Okay, so we have to look for the mouse here real quick. And of course, I have to look at it. The mouse. Okay, the mouse. Okay, this is the path. Scrutiny. The mouse is scrutiny. And what I like about this too is that with the mouse, it scrutinized everything. The littlest thing they scrutinized, and that was in the past. But that's all they would do is to scrutinize. Let's see what we got here. If mouse is in your card spread, its medicine is telling you to scrutinize. Look at yourself and others carefully. Maybe that big hunk of cheese is sitting on a trigger that will spring a deadly trap. Maybe the cat is in the pantry waiting for you. Maybe someone to whom you have delegated authority, such as a doctor, a lawyer, or even a plumber, is not doing the job faithfully. The message is to see what is right before your eyes and to take action accordingly. That is what's the mouse. Okay. Now we go to the horse. Okay, we gotta go to the horse, which is pretty cool. And when we go to the horse, okay, it's the now. It's right here, this instant. Okay. All right. Let's see. In understanding the power of the horse, you may see how to strive for a balanced medicine shield. True power is wisdom found in remembering your total journey. Oh, Tommy, this is so you, dude. I'm telling you. Every reading that you had in the last couple of weeks is something that's pertaining to you, brother. Get on that horse. Get on that horse. Wisdom comes from remembering pathways you have walked in another person's moccasin. Compassion, caring, teaching, loving, and sharing your gifts, talents, and abilities are the gateways to power. A horse can travel for a long time without no water. So, Tommy, honest to God, get on your horse and share all your awesome traits that you have. And not just Tommy, Holly, everybody out there. That's right now. That's today. Now we go to the elk. That should be easy to find. Okay, August 2. Let's see. Okay. Elk. If you have picked elk medicine, you may be telling yourself to seek the company of your own gender for a while. You may need a support group to realign yourself with the stamina of the warrior energy that you are part of. The communication with others of your own sex allows you to air your feelings in safety and to get feedback from others who have had the same experiences. You may need a new sense of community. Communication is unity. Elk could also be telling you to look at how you are holding up physically to the stresses in your life and to pace yourself so you maintain the equilibrium of energy over the distance you plan to cover. Vitamins or high energy foods may be one solution, along with some personal quiet time for replenishment. And that, everybody, is the three cards that I drew this week. And I hope you got a nice message out of those. Um, if you did, awesome. Good luck with it. And if you didn't, that's okay. Come back next week and I'll give you another one. How's that sound? Great. Tommy Miller says, it's crazy that those same messages keep popping up. And that's true, Tommy. You have to listen to the messages because it's the world, dude. I'm telling you, 2023 is your year. You're gonna all that hard work that you're putting in. Don't be the sloth. Go out and get something. Jump on that horse and have that power to go to find what you need. Holly, thank you for watching the show tonight. Everybody who tuned in, everybody who spoke into the comments, I want to thank you very much. Everybody out there listening, you don't know how grateful I am that you tune in and listen to my show. And I just love you all for it. I love you all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray for every single one of you tonight before I go to bed, and to wish you, to pray for good lucks in everything that you would like. Tommy Miller says, thank you. Have a great night and take care. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, buddy. And on that note, parents, if you can, not can, do it. Go to your children and give them a hug and tell them that you love them. And children, please go to your parents, give them a hug and tell them that you love them. And anybody out there that don't have their parents or don't have a child, go find somebody that you are really close to and give them a hug and tell them I love you. And I'm telling you what, that three words, I love you, go a far way. And on that note, good night, everybody. Thank you for listening. I will see you next Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Into the Night with Shawn Kelly on UPRN Radio 105.3. Have a good night.